I think when I was graduating, I was also, I think right after graduation, I bought a home. And I probably had no business
Wow.
buying a home. Yeah, I had no business with a home at that point. But that experience with that home is what led me into my career. So I bought a home with an adjustable rate mortgage
Stated
that I
income, I'm
probably,
assuming.
yes, stated income, qualified on the minimum payment option, which is not the
Was it an
payment to
option?
pay,
Where's an? Were we?
is an
Did you have an
option
option
arm.
on?
Yep.
Okay.
So so they qualified me on the minimum, or
Hmm.
from what I remember, and then as it started adjusting over time, it was getting out of control, and the market changed.
Really,
This was
real
around
quick,
2004
real quick. I
time.
want to pause you for a
Mhm.
second.
Sure.
I know what an option arm is, but
Hmm.
many people might not know what an option arm is. Can you explain that type of loan?
Yeah. So it was set up for someone that might be a commission based borrower, a self-employed person. Some months that you may be getting higher commissions and bonuses, others maybe not so much, right? So it's for like the borrower that has a fluctuating income style. I was not that kind of borrower. I was working for the city of Long Beach in Parks and Rec. I had an hourly pay. I was always consistent with my income. So qualifying me on the minimum payment was setting me up for failure, basically, because that loan later will adjust to a principal and interest payment as time moves forward. And that's what happened. And then I was stuck with this payment I couldn't afford and facing foreclosure.
Not only
So,
that, the if you pay the minimum payment, it doesn't cover any of the some of it doesn't even cover all of the interest, correct? And that
yeah,
goes back on the
sometimes,
back end of the loan as well, correct?
yeah, sometimes it negatively amortizes and adds back on the loan.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was like, it didn't make sense for me at all.
Hmm.
And I was very upset once I realized that this option arm was like, it's kind of a nightmare,
Hmm.
like, so I scrambled and I tried to short sell the house that I had. And this was years later. So maybe I picked up the house around 2005, I want to say. And then 2007 is when things started getting out of hand. And I tried to short sell the house 3 separate times. Tried to short sell the house to another buyer. They couldn't qualify for their loan because this is like 2007 times where loans start changing, right? So they keep flopping on me, the buyers. So I eventually hit foreclosure. I tried to walk away in good faith, but I hit foreclosure. And then I said, oh, God, it is what it is. I cried a lot about it
Whereabouts
at the
whereabouts
time.
was the home?
It was in Lakewood,
Okay.
actually, not Long Beach.
Close by.
Yeah, close by. So, you know, I was a business graduate. I majored in business marketing, and this happened to me. I was maybe I didn't do my research enough either as a young person buying this home. Like I didn't know what the heck I was signing up for, but I learned that hard lesson.
Hmm.
Okay. And then I said, what am I going to do with my life?
Hmm.
I turned to mortgage right away. I said, I don't want this to happen to other people.